Hey you all, it's Pastor Misty and I'm back yet with another prophetic word. Okay, so this be the surrender. Um, y'all, there's so many things in life that we go through. And some of it's really hard and we try to fix it ourselves. We try to help and we can make a mess. God don't need our help. He's God. He can do it. But of course, we need to do our part. And sometimes we don't even know what that is. So we try to be present. We try to be there. We try to do what we know to do and what we think we're supposed to do and stuff. But sometimes we can get in flesh, okay? And because we get upset or whatever have you, and then we might say too much or do the wrong thing or whatever have you and make a mess. And as we are trying to fix it, instead of surrendering it to God like we need to, we can make a mess. In Psalm 46:10, it says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." Like I said, God don't need our help. He's God. He can do all things. There's nothing impossible with God. A lot of people put him in a box. They don't believe. They don't have that faith. If you're watching this, chances are you got some major faith, and faith is a gift, y'all. Like, I have more faith than most, and I just don't understand why other people don't have that faith. But I'm thankful for the faith that I have. Thank God. Could I make it without it? Like, really? Anyway, so when I was going to find Psalms 46:10, I found Psalm 62, and it says, "Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved." Y'all, even when the enemy comes against us, he's the Lord has given us a lot of expectations, a lot of desires that he's put on us. Promises, even so, because his word is a promise, y'all. His word, it doesn't come back to him void. If he speaks a thing, it's already done. Okay? And also saying the Lord's Prayer, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." That's coming into agreement with the word of God, y'all. We need to be saying the Lord's Prayer. I know I've been saying that, but he's been teaching it to me for a while. He even had me bring a sermon on it. That's so important. That's so important. We need to know this stuff. Okay? But look, when he speaks a thing, it's already done in the spirit realm. It's already being made manifest up there. It's already done. It just has to come down. We got to come into agreement with it, y'all. So as you're waiting, even if the thing looks dead, as you're waiting on these things, you need to surrender all. You need to surrender it. You need to give it to God. It's very hard to do sometimes, but it's very needful to do at all times. So, if you're going to surrender the little things, you can surrender the big things. You got to get in the habit of trying to push it up to Him and give it to Him. You might have to continuously say, Lord, I'm giving this to you. Go in prayer in your prayer closet, like so, which don't have to be a closet. It can just be a secret place. Somewhere you go with God. You can be in your car. I praise and pray in my car all the time. Love it. Y'all hear them puppies? But we need to surrender it to God. We need to give it to Him. We need to surrender all. I had it wrote on here, the surrender. I'm giving it to God. Be still and know that I am God. Y'all, if God be for us, who can be against us? There's not a devil in hell that can stop God's hand. The devil plays into Daddy God's hand all the time. That's what he said. And he laughed about it a lot. Y'all, even the devil has to obey him. He's got this. He's not going to make nobody do nothing. He's not. But if he speaks a thing, and then it is so. Certain things play out in certain ways that we don't expect. And it can be discouraging at times. And when things don't come in our time, see, God don't have a time. He created time, and He created for us because He's eternal and everlasting. He's the beginning and the end, and He all the in-betweens. He knows what's best. And we've got all these paths, all these different paths set before us, but they're not all from God. That's where discernment comes in. What are you doing, son? No! Boy! Sorry, y'all. My Elijah. Whoa, son. But y'all, we need to just give it to God. Be like, Lord, I can't do this anymore. I can't handle this. I'm ready to lay down and give up. When you get to that point, you really need to just push it up to Him. Because His yoke is easy and His burden is light. He don't want you to feel that way. We cause ourselves to feel that way, trying to be in control. We can't always be in control. We can't always help a situation. Sometimes we can make a situation worse in us trying to help. Sometimes our best isn't good enough. Like so. I know somebody know that feeling. And it's okay. It's good to try to do good. You're not supposed to be weary in well-doing. But, Elijah Lee! What are you doing? Stop, child. But there's time and a season for everything. And sometimes we have to let go and let God. Because if we don't let go and let God, if we're being disobedient, obedience is better than sacrifice. And with this obedience, there comes sacrifice. And we're liable to delay or cause issues. We're liable to make a bigger mess than what was there in the first place at times. So, we need to let go. And we need to let God do what He will. He knows exactly what to do. Always. He always knows exactly what to do. And He don't need us to tell Him how to do it. He don't need us to go before Him, because you know what? He goes before us and He makes our path straight. But we need that discernment to know which path, which is of God and which is not. There might be all kinds of paths that we can take to get to where we're going. By all means, I'm not saying that. But some paths are going to be harder and more difficult than other paths, y'all. So we need that discernment too. And we need to let go and let God. We need to surrender all and be still and know that He's God. All right. So till next time, stay humble and stay blessed.